The Emperor and the Order. In the turbulent reaches of an unforgiving universe, a great emperor sought to bring order and stability to the countless star systems under his command. His name was Kael, and he ruled with a steady hand, always vigilant against the dark and chaotic forces that threatened to tear the galaxy apart. Foremost among these shadowy forces was the Order, a cabal of self-proclaimed guardians of peace and justice who held sway over the minds of countless beings. The Order had long been a thorn in Kael's side, working tirelessly to undermine his rule and impose their own dogmatic beliefs upon the galaxy. Kael, ever vigilant, recognized the grave threat posed by the Order and rallied his most loyal and powerful followers to combat their insidious influence. Among his most trusted servants was the fearsome warrior Walt Mader, who had fallen from grace and been cast out from the Order for daring to question their methods. Together, Kael and Walt Mader waged a tireless campaign against the Order and their dark designs. They fought to preserve the fragile order they had worked so hard to build, their hearts steeled by the knowledge that the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. As the Order's web of deception grew, Kael worked tirelessly to expose their treachery and bring their machinations to light. He traveled the galaxy, rallying support and exposing the Order's darkest secrets to all who would listen. Kael's efforts gradually bore fruit, as more and more beings across the galaxy began to question the Order's motives and methods. The Emperor's army swelled with new recruits, united in their determination to stand against the forces of darkness and chaos. The decisive battle between Kael's forces and the Order took place on the barren planet of Corban, a world steeped in the ancient history of the synth. As Kael's army descended upon the planet, they were met with fierce resistance from the Order's legions of warriors. Walt Mader led the charge, wielding his weapon with deadly precision as he cut down wave after wave of Order soldiers. Kael, for his part, employed his mastery of the Source to devastating effect, hurling his enemies aside with ease and unleashing bolts of pure energy. The battle raged on for hours, the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance. Kael's army pressed forward, their courage and determination unshakable even in the face of overwhelming odds. In the decisive moments of the battle, Kael and Walt Mader faced off against the Order's leader, a shadowy figure known only as the Grand Inquisitor. With a roar of defiance, Kael charged forward, his weapon blazing with energy. The Grand Inquisitor was a formidable opponent, his mastery of the Negitave side of the Source nearly equal to Kael's own. The two warriors clashed in a blinding storm of energy and steel, their powers crackling through the air and shaking the very foundations of the planet. At last, with a final surge of energy, Kael emerged victorious, his weapon plunging into the heart of the Grand Inquisitor. The Order, defeated and broken, scattered to the winds, their dark designs forever foiled. With the Order's defeat, Kael abdicated his throne, recognizing that the time had come for a new era of leadership in the galaxy. He entrusted the future of the galaxy to the wisdom and guidance of Duke and their newfound allies, knowing that only through their unwavering dedication and selfless sacrifice could the galaxy be saved from the clutches of darkness and chaos. Under the stewardship of Duke and their allies, the galaxy began to heal, the wounds of the past gradually mending as the seeds of peace and unity took root. The Empire, once seen by many as a symbol of oppression and tyranny, was reformed, its foundations reshaped into a beacon of hope and progress for all. Kael retired to a life of solitude, having accomplished what he had set out to do. He watched from afar as the galaxy flourished under the leadership of Duke and their allies, their vision of a better future finally becoming a reality. The scars of the battle on Corban would remain for many years to come, a reminder of the sacrifices made by so many in the name of a greater good. But even as the memory of the battle faded into history, the legacy of Kael and his loyal followers endured, a beacon of hope for all who sought to build a better world.